No.
They're not going to hear you, but
No, they won't hear me, but that's okay. We'll make it work. It's van life. You roll with the tires, right? You guys ready? Okay. Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Scott Watson. I have a YouTube channel called Go Small, Live Large. I work a lot with Embassy RV. Embassy RV, yeah. We met in January 2019, been working with them ever since. I started van life in my van, my Winnebago Travato, in October of 2018. That was a while back, ladies and gentlemen, so just do the math. Thank you for that. And then for 5 years, I did full-time in the van. So I have a 2019 Winnebago Travato 59 GL. Winnebago no longer makes that floor plan, sadly. I've had all kinds of things with the van itself over the years. I've been rear-ended once. I backed into a tree twice. It's been through the ringer, and if you haven't seen my van, she's the brown one sitting over there. Her name is Miss Lily. You're welcome to come in and take a look inside and out. And what my talk today is about is kind of my journey of van life travel, but around the kitchen. Because where my journey started, I knew nothing. It was my first RV. I knew nothing about van life. I just knew I needed a change from corporate America and was able to leave corporate America in 2021. I am not retired. I am a year and a half away from getting Social Security, and I can't wait. It's a passion of mine, has been for a long time, and I think this is one of the mystiques, other than the toilet in the van, that people are kind of all over the place on. So I'm hoping to share some information with you today. The way I roll is I don't go into the woods to commune with the moose and mosquitoes in the mountains for 2 weeks for free, because I would scare myself to death, literally. What I do is I'm kind of an urban cowboy. So I take the back roads, go to small towns. I go to state parks often, not so much national parks because they're just not my mojo. I'm trying to change that. I really don't go out on BLM land, Bureau of Land Management land by myself because I got attacked by a pack of donkeys a few years back, and it really scared me. So if anybody wants to go BLM camping, I am available. I just need some emotional support van friends to make that worthwhile. I got a great place in Needles, California, all picked out, but you need to come with me. But my journey with food and the van has really transformed itself. I do van life not to save money. I do van life to discover, be curious, taste the cultures. The culture in Florida is very different than Georgia, even though it's just right up north. Very different from Colorado. Every state has its own culture and its own taste. So I'm not out there to be cheap on the food and make everything in my van. I want to taste what the locals are eating. I'm not going to Denny's. I'm not going to Burger King. I'm wanting to eat and live like a local. I street camp a lot for that reason. And my journey with food in the van has really changed, certainly in the last couple of years. So where my journey started, and what I'm hoping to convey to you is some essentials that I've learned over the years that makes van life more pleasurable, more simple, and a little more different. So here's the punchline of the course title was Essentials of Kitchen, Van Life Kitchen Essentials. This is what I'm going to do for you today. Who knows what this is? Rotisserie chicken. How do you consume a rotisserie chicken in your van? Raise your hand if you've done that. Okay, not enough van hands up. What I'm going to do for you today is I'm going to make 3 meals from a single rotisserie chicken. And again, what I'm out there to do in van life travel is discover the area, the history, the art, the culture, the people, hang with the locals, find the farmer's market. I don't want to spend all day cooking in the van. What I want to do is make get something like this. This is before. This is after. So what I do in the parking lot of the grocery store, or I let it cool down a little because it's usually pretty hot, is I take all the chicken meat off the carcass and I throw all the carcass bones, plastic wrap, all that, it goes into the trash in the supermarket parking lot. So I'm not putting this in my fridge, because if you put a 170-degree chicken in your RV fridge, it's going to turn it into an oven, not a fridge. So you want to let it cool down. And now I have this to work with. So from this today, what I'm going to make for you is a chicken Caesar salad, teriyaki chicken with rice, and a quesadilla with chicken. We're covering all our bases here. And this will be interesting holding a mic. So what I'd like to do either at home before I'm going on a trip or certainly during travel is get one of these guys. The Costco ones are really huge, weirdly huge. But it fills almost 2 baggies with a Costco chicken. This is one Publix chicken. And then I like to, how many have learned the trick of repackaging your food? This is a kitchen essential. This is a quart freezer bag. Don't get the regular ones because they're pretty wimpy. And if you put hot stuff in there, they will melt. Baggies are your friend, and I repackage most things in my van just to make it fit better in the cabinetry. A box takes up a lot of room. There's only 3 bags left in here. You kind of get the point. This also is my favorite kitchen essential. This is, I learned from my Asian mother-in-law. They use scissors for everything, unless you're whacking into a coconut. This is faster, easier to work with than a knife, unless I'm really getting into it. A lot of times I just want to make a nice meal, kind of do some cooking ahead. I do the same thing with grilling. And scissors are really a great tool, and they clean up really easy, and you don't need cutting boards. You just kind of snip over the bowl. Cool? Yeah. Okay. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to start with the, speaking of starting with, so this is what my getup used to look like, literally. Look familiar? Look familiar? So what I discovered is I had a shitload of space in my van consumed by paper cups, paper plates, and I'm like, it's super easy, and I do the dishes and like throw it away in the garbage can, but it's taking up a lot of space that I could use for other things like some of this gadgetry here today. So you probably don't use paper plates and forks unless you're at the picnic in the backyard. You're probably eating off of real glassware, real forks. I can't tell you what it changes your mood by just eating off of real plates and forks and glassware. So give it a try. Take some, a great fun thing to do is go to like a Goodwill and just pick out some funky stuff that you would never buy for home use and put it in your van. And if you need a trick on how to kill the rattle of the glassware and stuff, stop by my van and I'll show you how to do that. It's super easy. But we'll huh? It's right behind the first aid van, the white van there. Can't miss it, it's wrapped brown. So that was the first thing I would kind of encourage. A lot of you use paper plates and then use a real utensil, which is cool. But maybe just take it up a notch. It's still kind of a new year. And I drank right from the, the can, which is fine. But now I've been doing this. And these are from Goodwill. Found some really cool China sets. Right? Wow. It already takes it up a notch, right? How about drinking wine from a wine glass? Wow. Glass, by the way. And I discovered these online. These are super cool utensils. So the point is, it's the essential stuff you have in your house. Has it transferred to your van, or do you even want to? You definitely don't need to do this, obviously. But I think it just brings the van life experience. Treat yourself to one night of cooking a nice meal in your van with real glassware. And it transforms versus drinking out of a plastic bottle, right? I guess you don't do that at home, probably. So this is a chance for you to try that. Okay, the first thing I'm going to make, I think is the easiest, is going to be the chicken Caesar salad. This is going to be really hard with the... Can you hear me? I know, right? So again, what I'm doing is, again, just repurposing the chicken.
Try your mic in your vest.
Is that a mic in my pocket, or are you just happy to see me? Although if it's up here, it's really a problem. Oh. Howdy, I'm Scott.
I'm Althea.
Is this like the Oprah show or the... How about Phil Donahue? Who remembers Phil Donahue? Thank you, that's very sweet of you. So my hands are mostly clean. We're not going to taste any of this unless you want. Who wouldn't the taste over here? So again, the other thing I've learned is buy pre-chopped lettuce. And iceberg I have found and spinach lasts the longest in the van fridge. Iceberg lettuce, I don't know how they do this. It's a miracle. You buy it fresh, 2 days later, it's all pink and slimy. I'm like, what happened to preservatives? And this is a really fast way to make a quick meal. So if you're like at the rest stop, even if you're using paper plates, you get the salad kit. So it comes with everything you need, which is super. It's the whole thing's like $3, $4, right?
Buy one, get one free at Publix.
Publix, you need a secret decoder ring to go shopping, though. I know. I'm like, what? What are you guys doing? Let's see what I'm gonna do with this. I should have brought a garbage can. So you kind of get the idea here. It even comes with cracked pepper, but I recommend doing this. How many have a pepper grinder in their van? Woo! How about a salt grinder in your van? Woo! Okay, some of you need to go shopping. The Walmart's just down the street, apparently. So we'll put a little of this on. I used to do the cracked pepper. It comes with Parmesan. Here's a hot tip for van travelers. How long does cheese last in your fridge at home? Forever. But in the van, it lasts forever, because you don't use it very often. So I use Parmesan, the pecorino cheese, all the hard cheeses I put in the freezer, because it lasts a long time, way longer. You're doing such a great job.
Why, thank you.
Were you trained for this?
I was not.
What van do you have?
I don't.
Oh my God! Perfect. Maybe I'll make you dinner, make you breakfast in the morning. Whoa! Let me get my beer in me first, and I might change it. I know. So again, just a little bit of this, and the other trick I found is getting small plates. It helps portion control, but if you get a 10-inch plate, it actually doesn't fit in my cabinet very well. So these are 8-inch plates. It's about the size of a sandwich, right? And it's just enough to fill you up without getting full. And this one actually kind of looks like a paper plate, doesn't it? It's kind of cool. I get these at Target. I'm a huge Target fan. So there's meal number one. How long did that take? We're doing pretty good on time.
2 minutes.
One got away. And I'm telling you, a cloth napkin. We all have laundry bags in our vans, right? So it's just a different upscale experience using a cloth napkin. Get black because they get stained. Get a cheap napkin ring, and just make a treat for your spouse. Where is he over here? He likes to cook for Bobby. He's right there. I'm sorry, in the front row. So make a treat like a date night, right? And just put water in here, iced tea, whatever you want to do, and it completely changes the meal experience in your van.
I can see that.
Anybody else want to hold the mic for the next meal, or are you still good?
I'm good.
Okay. Let's see. Let's clean.
Unless somebody else wants an invitation to breakfast.
So let's see. Let me get this going. These are really inexpensive. What was the brand, Steve, you had for your propane burner thing? It's very compact. So this one takes up a fair amount of room. I would not use this. Actually, I would use the propane cooktop in my van. But there's no flames allowed here, so don't tell anybody I have a butane burner. Let's see. You lock it, you light it, and we have ignition. Fantastic. So who remembers Ginger Walkabout on her channel? So we used to make fun of her because she would have 3 skillets in her van. I now have 5. So I don't make any more skillet jokes. But I think they have to be purposeful. So getting eggs out of a cast iron skillet is a nightmare, right? Cast iron's good for other things. And it's always fun to go shopping. This is Lodge. This is a 1 quart. Really hard to find because everything's meant for residential sizes. So I weirdly found cool van size cookware at our favorite place to camp overnight, Cracker Barrel. So keep your eye open because size is really important, and this is plenty of stuff for 2, and I use this for everything. So I think it's a dual purpose. But cooking eggs in this, not a great experience. So I do have a Teflon pan. Fair? You're doing so good. So what I'm gonna, huh?
Thank you.
Oh. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna heat up the chicken a little bit. I'm gonna pour some teriyaki sauce on it, which is right in front of me. If it was a snake, it would have bit me. So we'll just get this. All I want to do is just warm it. And speaking of cute things, look at this.
I love it. Oh, yeah.
It's adorable.
I know, you just want to make love to it. I'm like, look at this thing.
His standards aren't very high. I don't think I'm-
Would you like to have a seat, ma'am? Or maybe you want to come over for dinner. This is 1 cup. So it's perfect for a meal. And how many people have bought the pre-cooked rice in the packages at the grocery store? It's the worst rice ever. It is not Asian Mother approved at all. And almost as bad is when you go to, it's like French fries. When you go to the, I don't know, the Panda Walk or your Chinese restaurant and you get rice in the little, box thing, it tastes great for that meal. But the next day after it's cooled down and everything, it's like this starchy, what the hell is this white sawdust stuff? So because this thing is so teensy, it just fits in my cupboard. I don't burn the chicken, Scott. That's not. So this makes basically 2 cups of rice. It's a 1-to-1 ratio. I plug it in. I got a lithium system in my van, so it's really easy to cook. So I'm just going to put a little on the plate. And because it's Teflon coated, it cleans really easy. It's a single purpose device, which I'm not overly fond with. I'd rather have it do more things. But how many people have tried what was really popular? The Russo's, the Instant Pot. How many people have an Instant Pot? How many people use their Instant Pot? Yeah, it's like a crock pot. Everybody has one, but nobody uses it. And how about the air fryer? That's kind of the latest gadget, right? So how many people have an air fryer? How many people use the air fryer? Oh, so that's a better ratio, right? Okay. I like this rice cooker because of its size, and it actually makes good rice. And whatever I don't use in this, I put it in a baggie, let it cool down first. Don't put hot food in your RV fridge. You will have a miserable experience. If you like cold beer, miserable experience. And so now I'm just going to do this, put this over here. You are doing so good. Now if I don't burn the thing down. By the way, this is the worst teriyaki sauce I've ever tasted, but it's all they had. So just put a little of that on there. It's just really sweet. I don't know why they have. And wait for it. If you Google or use AI, list the essential spices for tiny kitchens, and it'll give you a list of 10 spices. And that's what's in my van. I've actually upped it a little bit. So now I'm actually going to put some sesame seeds on this. Anybody want to taste this? Bill, Joe? Who's the guy that wanted to taste this? Ooh, whoa. Well, that's chicken teriyaki with sesame. Well, there you go. Look at that. Again, it was one $7 purchase at Publix. I've had now meal number 2 with real rice, Asian Mother approved, white wine. And we're ready for the last one. I'm happy to take questions. One question I get a lot is about propane versus induction cooktop in particular. So let me take some questions quick. You guys got any questions? Otherwise, we'll keep making.
Charcoal.
Charcoal grill. That's a great question. So yes and no. So the question was, what about charcoal grill? So initially when I started Vanlife, I had a tabletop propane char grill that lived in my hallway in my garage storage. It took up a lot of space. And what I discovered is I use it about maybe twice a month. Full timing, twice a month. And they're considerably large. And they kind of stink, right? And let it cool down. So then I tried, somebody turned me on to, I can't remember the model. It's this folding thing that works good, but it's in my van. I'd be happy to show it to you. But it's a fair amount of work to set it up and get it going. So now, this will gross out some of you, but if I'm at a campground, a lot of them, like KOAs or national parks, whatever, or even picnic shelters, so I can zoom into a picnic shelter and I use their grill, I put the bag of charcoal in there, and they clean the mess. I scrub it, let it get hot, and I kind of sanitize it with oil and what have you. And all the mess stays there. None of it's in my van, and I cook ahead. So I cook a bunch of burgers, chicken breasts, stuff like that. So I'm cooking ahead, maximizing the time. So I do charcoal now, and it works way better. Maybe I'll donate that thing because it's pretty cool. But I don't do campfires kind of for the same reason. It's a lot of work. So okay, other question? You are doing fantastic. Tell me your name again.
Althea.
Again?
Althea.
Althea. A-L-E-T-H-A?
A-L-T-H-E-A.
Wow, I don't think I've ever met. Who's ever met an Althea before? What? Are these all your friends?
There aren't a lot of us.
My name's Scott. I don't know. Okay, so what I'm going to do is, come up with some questions. So I'm going to kind of gently toast the tortilla. I've also discovered I really like tortillas because they become wraps. So if I'm making tuna fish, or I'm making egg salad, chicken salad, hello. And by the way, here's a tip on baggies. So if I'm making tuna salad, I drain the cans outside the van because I don't want that oil in my van toilet, sink, garbage. And I put the mayonnaise, the salt and pepper, whatever's going into the salad, and then I use this to mix it up. So I'm not dirtying a bowl. And here's a really quick tip, because these have like little zipper things, right? You don't want all your food stuck in the zipper. Who's ever had stuff stuck in their zipper? It's not fun, let me tell you. So I flip the rim over, so I'm not dealing with the zipper end, and it keeps that top of the bag clean. Yeah, cool. Okay, so anybody knew that already? Oh.
That tip made the whole presentation.
No charge. That too is Asian mother approved.
You turned it off.
I know. Let's see. Let me get going again. Who can name this tune? Are you serious? Something? Cool, I learned something new today. Okay, who uses these? Squeeze tubes? Yay! These things are great. Here's a hot tip, or cold tip, messy tip. This one works great. It squeezes out and it does its job. This one, you want to massage gently the top of the bag. So if you're doing it like this, all the water collects at the bottom, and you give a good squeeze, and you get a big surprise on your shoes and everything else. So my suggestion is to give this a little massage, and I actually store them upside down in my fridge to help that prevent, and it fits better in my fridge space. I'm happy to give you a fridge tour. Stop by my van. It's kind of an art
It's getting
form.
crowded in there.
It is getting crowded in there. Are you feeling? Let's see if I can do this. There. If you really can't sleep at night, who couldn't sleep last night? Watch Julia Child videos in black and white. Anybody remember black and white? Oh my God, me too. And one of her funniest ones is when she's dealing with the chicken, right? And the turkey. You have to have the conviction of your courage or something like that, she said. So let's put in, again, this is meal number 4. And I don't like to eat super a lot. Now what I should actually do with this is chop this up. So this is where your kitchen essential tool comes in, no knife. Often what I do is, if I'm going to use chopped chicken like this, when I'm demeating it, deboning it, whatever you call it, I would actually do that so I have a chopped chicken and then a kind of chicken strips for different purposes. How's that looking? Now the question is, can I flip it
No.
without putting everybody over it? Let's see, where's my spatula thingy? You guys having fun?
I didn't see one.
I thought I had one, no? Well, that's when van-size spatula. Woo! This is where you kind of go crawling through a Target and look for everything that's van-size. One thing I'd actually recommend is measuring your drawers, your cabinets, put them in your phone. So when you're in some place and you're kind of looking for something, you're not buying the big one, then getting it in your van and going like, oh crap, it doesn't fit. I used to do that. Now I have a very, very good feeling. So, okay, this is going to be interesting. Ooh.
Didn't spell a thing.
Wow, nice, Watson. Okay. That's going to be... I was going to get a nice new tablecloth, but I decided I had one, so I haven't used this in a while. How many people put away wet tablecloths only to open them up to see that you have tattoos on your tablecloth now? Canadian maple leaves, it's pretty awesome. Okay, so who likes what on their quesadilla? Cheese, we got chicken.
Peppers. I do like peppers.
Olives?
Olives, definitely olives.
Definitely olives.
Much better than peppers.
Guess what I forgot to put in there?
Olives.
Olives. Put some of those, and then I had tomatoes. Oh, good job. What would I do without you?
I don't know.
I don't know either. So again, scissors. You know, this isn't science. It's just a fun, classy meal. But by the way, who's bought a quesadilla in a restaurant lately? Chicken quesadilla. Anybody? They're like $20. And not even as good as mine. That sort of looks like a grilled cheese pancake. It does. Well, you don't have to agree with me. Okay.
It'll be restored when you cut it into eighths.
Okay, so we'll put this here. Turn the fire off. Don't burn the camp down. Okay, so we massage our daisy cream. Right? You guys okay back here? I'm sorry you're looking at my best side, but. And I like to kind of dip, right? I don't have salsa, it's in the van, but. And I don't like spicy food too much. How do we do?
We did great.
And there we go, quesadilla. How long did that take? Now, this is the way I used to eat. You drink your beer and you're watching YouTube or answering YouTube video viewer comments. But it just elevates the meal experience, especially like for a date night in your van. It's really elegant. And Athena, thank you so much. God love you. Big round for the microphone lady. And I would, again, it just kind of elevates your, I think, travel experience. And it helps you think ahead a little bit. You've probably all learned this, but it was a thing I learned the hard way, is to kind of think ahead. So again, going to the grocery, depending on the size of the chicken and how much I can consume as a solo traveler, one chicken can last me probably almost a whole week. You kind of get sick of the same thing all the time. So again, 3 meals out of 1 chicken, I still have quite a bit left. And since we love to camp at the Cracker Barrel, my favorite meal there is the chicken and dumplings. Yeah? Please go to Cracker Barrel, but please check that we can make sure to, you can stay overnight, number 1. Number 2 is thank them for letting us RVers stay the night. Buy food, tip them well, leave a little happy note, and leave the campsite as clean or better than you found it. How many people rolled into a Cracker Barrel and roll out the next morning and the guy next to you dumped all his crap on the ground? They're going to turn us off if we don't treat them better. Chicken and dumplings at Cracker Barrel. I'm not sure how they cook that chicken. It's kind of like, I don't know. So I eat all the chicken and some of the dumplings and save the gravy. And guess what this becomes in 2 days? Chicken and dumplings. And I actually enhance the sauce with a little bit of like Liam Perrin's Worcestershire sauce, and makes it much better. So that's what I have for you. I think I can't tell you where my journey began, where it is today. I don't do this fancy stuff every time, but when I do, it's a lot of fun. And if you're coming over to my van for dinner, where'd she go? That's what we're going to treat you to, because it's just a lot of fun, and I cannot have that fly in my rice. I'll answer induction versus propane. That's probably a common one. What questions do you folks have?
Which is more efficient, energy efficient?
Which is more efficient, propane versus induction? I should do a video about that, kind of a boil off. It's going to be close. I think induction probably wins. Heating up a cast iron takes a considerable amount of time versus heating up something that's aluminum. So at base camp, I have an induction cooktop, and they're pretty efficient. They take a lot of power, but if you're only using the power for 4 or 5 minutes, kind of like what this is, it's not a big deal. If you're making coq au vin, which takes some time, I would not recommend that in your van in cast iron because you'll probably have a dead battery. I don't know. But it's kind of a ball toss. I was going to do an Embassy. I like the way Embassy does their, and some of their van builders, the way they do their induction cooktops. They're not actually embedded into the countertop. Because if it's in a drawer, it's out of the way. It's a glass surface. It can break. How many people have had things fall out of their cupboard in the van? Yeah, and on top of your glass cooktop that's embedded in your countertop, not great. So I think a portable one's better. Then you can take it outside. On the picnic table or whatever. But I'd say they're a good cooking experience. I just prefer gas. Come from Chicago, cooking on gas is just better for me. Florida, it's hard to find gas. Yes, ma'am.
If you could only have one appliance in your RV for multi-purposes, what would you recommend?
The question is, what is the one pot?
Appliance.
Oh, one appliance.
An air fryer, a crock pot.
Coffee pot's a non-negotiable. Coffee pot, non-negotiable. Electric coffee. Speaking of my van life journey, and many of you may have left comments when I was making instant coffee with Taster's Choice, which is not tasty choice at all. It's pretty nasty. So I brew my own coffee. But here again, what size fits in your van? And to me, that's a non-negotiable item. When I'm doing a van video, and maybe you've seen it, I actually put my coffee pot in the cupboard to see if it fits. And I'm astounded. This is a Mr. Coffee 5-cup coffee maker. It's $30. Don't get the Walmart one. It's $20 because the carafe is so small you can't get your hand in to clean it. Mr. Coffee, much better. But I'm amazed at how few cabinets that 18-inch coffee pot won't fit in cupboards. It's astounding to me. So that would be one.
How about a multi-purpose one, which is not what you're looking for? Like, doesn't do just one chore.
Somebody mentioned an electric frying pan's not a bad idea. I don't have one. I love my cast iron Lodge because it's so versatile. I would say something that's not really kitchen appliance, but a good. Who's had crappy tongs trying to grill a steak with crappy tongs? I think a good set of tongs to grill properly so your hand's not in the fire, along with your steak, is. In fact, I saw there's the gear guys down here. They've got an amazing set that's a knife and the fold-out. I would recommend that highly. So I know that's a good question.
Hold the audience.
Microwave oven. Because, if you pull over at a rest stop, go to a quick lunch, you don't want to pull all this stuff out, so you just warm it up quick and add some Caesar salad, and I got chicken Caesar salad. So microwave. Who cooks with their microwave a lot? What do you guys cook with? Who cooks in their van again? Oh, you're making me nervous. Okay. Other questions? How are we doing on time? Good. No? Yes, sir.
Cleanup. You're using things that you don't throw away. So what are some tips you have some cleanup so that you're putting everything in your drain and
Oh, that's a good question.
paper towels? What are you doing for efficient cleanup?
So the question is, what am I doing for efficient cleanup? That too is a learned skill, because my van has 18 gallons of fresh water. It goes in the sink, the shower, and the toilet. So the more I can conserve, the longer I can go without refilling. I drink water from my 3-gallon plastic jugs that I can bring in anywhere. What I would recommend, so like in this case, there's not a lot in here. I would wipe it with a paper towel and then just quickly wash it in the sink with soap and water. It doesn't have to be hot. It's pretty clean. If I'm making something greasy, I always wipe it as clean as I can with a paper towel. That goes in the trash, and it's just less water to be used to scrub. Somebody, I think Mesa Mike, turned me on to the Spray Dawn detergent. I find that does a really good job cleaning and way less water to get rid of. I'm seeing some, yeah, that's a great tip. I don't think I'm not as water miser, where I'm spraying it with a spray bottle to rinse it. I think if you're efficient at water use, don't let the water run. Who learned that the hard way? Even at home, it's a muscle reflex. Brush my teeth, the water goes off. It's just a thing. So I think that's it. Paper towels are our friend. Get a good quality paper towel. I've also found if you use the cheap ones, they're cheap for a reason. So get the good ones that you can tear in half. Sorry? Bounty?
They're the best.
For doing dishes?
Paper towel.
Oh, Bounty. Okay, thank you. Bounty. Or Costco, or any of the good quality ones that actually mop up water. So Bounty. I think also on cleaning, if you want to come by my van, I'll show you how I organize my kitchen cleaning supplies, because I think that too is kind of an art form. In our houses at home, we have lots of cleaning ingredients, cleaning wipes, cleaning, because you have endless space, right? So I found that the cleaner that works best for me, and this has been verified by the movie My Big Fat Greek Wedding, that Windex cures all problems. So I use Windex for everything, including pimples. You've seen the movie Big Fat Greek Wedding? Yeah, anyway. And then I have a lint roller to lint roll the bread in the morning, because my cat travels with me sometimes. And then a fabric freshener, the Dawn spray, and then the Windex. Thank you. All that, and it's neatly lined up. It's readily available. I don't go hog wild with the big refills and all that stuff because there's just not space for it. So, hey, everybody on the live stream, what's up? Good question. Any other questions? We'll call it a wrap. White vinegar and water? Okay, interesting. White vinegar with water is a recommendation? I'm sticking with the Windex myself, but thank you. Something about the smell of vinegar. I'm like, ugh. Yes, except on a salad. Question?
Yes. Is that a rice cooker?
Yes.
Is that the small one?
Yes. So the question is this a rice cooker? Yes, that's all it does. And I was specifically, because I like rice. Married to Asian family, and they like rice on everything. And so do I. So I wanted real rice. So, Target. I'm a big Target guy. Other questions? Yes, ma'am. That's a good point. So the lady says that the rice cooker is multi-purpose. I'm not sure I'd get much success making a grilled cheese sandwich in there, but stew. I gotcha. Okay. Well, my stovetop has two burners, so yeah. Clever. I think a lot of tools in the van should be multi-purpose myself. So, all right. Any questions? Otherwise, we're done. Oh, yes, ma'am. Most efficient way heating water? Like for tea? I would probably, you could do electric tea kettle would be, so the question is how do I do for hot water, not for showering or dishes, whatever. I would say the electric tea kettle, because they make those pretty small. And it's fast. Like if I'm making top ramen, I would probably boil water in the microwave and then put the thing in and then microwave it some more. Maybe the rice cooker is good use for that. Huh? So 1 cup at a time? Because they cook pretty fast. Yeah. Oh, so here's a hot cooking tip for Vanlifers that's really inexpensive. So use the rice cooker for your ramen noodles. You put ramen noodles in your water and cook it just like rice, and then you can add all your garnishments to it to make it worthwhile of eating. Lentils. I don't think I've ever had a lentil in my van, but what do you use lentils for? I don't even know. Well, thank you, everybody. One more question?
I have tested boiling water. Nothing beats
There you go. So validation by the gentleman with the blue and orange hat and the blue t-shirt and the beard. Induction cooktop, he's tested it. It's the fast way to make water. That's interesting. Microwave only takes 3 minutes, and I don't know. Yes, last question. Yeah. It's a multi-purpose appliance again. So hot water, and you can do a lot of things with hot water. By the way, speaking of chicken or Cracker Barrel chicken and dumplings, anybody see the video I did a couple months ago, taste testing the freeze-dried Backpacker Mountain? I'll call it chicken and dumplings. I'm not really sure what it was. Versus Cracker Barrel chicken and dumplings. Whew. Interesting. Yes, last question. Yeah.
We have a collapsible tea kettle.
Collapsible tea kettle.
Works well. Collapses to about this big.
Wow. Okay, I'm coming over to tour your van. Silicone. Yeah, I didn't know they made those that had hot water. I've tried the bowls, and they were hard for me to clean. And just, I know I didn't have a good cleaning, but I actually have real bowls that I use for, like doing a potluck thing if we're doing something like this. So, well, thank you, folks. Yes, sir?
You have a YouTube channel, right?
I do have a YouTube channel, Go Small, Live Large. I have a Patreon channel. We do a lot of things with our Patreon crew. We have 3 levels, free, $5 and $10 a month, and the paid levels you get Zoom calls and other benefits. And we do a lot of stuff in Florida, meetups that it's really hard to manage those through YouTube, so I do them through Patreon. So yeah, go to my website, Go Small, Live Large. Thank you. This is my marketing manager. He's giving me the finger the whole time, like doing this Jersey thing. But come see my van. I'm very proud. Who keeps reorganizing their van? It's like a jigsaw puzzle. It's a game to me, man. I get in there, I get a glass of wine going, I put on some great music, and I start reorganizing everything. And I'm actually going to start a business, RV, Less Junk, More Joy. And part of that's RV Organized, to help people who has too much stuff in their houses. I mean, too much stuff in their van. Let's start there. So I'm really passionate about this stuff. I really appreciate you all watching, listening. Hope you learned something, got a chuckle. I might go home to my van and actually eat some of this, except the fly really likes this toasted pancake thing. I'm not sure. I know, right? I'll probably do this. This looks good. But thank you very much. I'm going to clean this up. Thank you. Thank you, Josh, Zach. Peace, love, and vans, everybody. God love you.